Yo, what's going on, guys? This is your boy steadyklappin, aka King SK. Guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. So in today's video, guys, what I'm going to be showcasing for you is what I believe to be the top loadouts in Warzone as of right now, my personal opinion. So starting off with the number one loadout I feel like any person can use and see success with is this loadout right here. It is the WSP Swarm SMG and the Bass B battle rifle. These two weapons right here are unstoppable. Um, I've literally seen some of the worst players kill me with these guns right here just because of how powerful they are. So let's go ahead and get into the attachments for each one. So for the WSP Swarm, you want to make sure for your muzzles, unless you're like a above average player, I will say put suppressors on your weapon. That way you can cause the least amount of attention to yourself as possible. When you're a very elite player or just better than average player, it doesn't matter that you're on the radar. You much more prefer it because you want people to see where you are because you want more people to kill. So suppressor I choose is Sonic Suppressor. Now, there's a lot of people who use Shadow Sprite, Strike, and the Monolithic. I personally don't prefer either one of those. I like this one specifically. As you guys see, I'm off the radar, and it gives me a bullet velocity and damage range boost. So that's always a plus when it comes to SMG. Now, for the barrel I use, it is a WSP Reckless 90 long barrel. As you see, it's a ton of benefits, but there is some nerfs to it, and you will feel it a little bit, but if you're smart about how you play, those nerfs are nowhere near what the benefits are. So you get bullet velocity, you get aim and idle sway, gun kick control, and recoil control. So you get better bullet velocity and a whole bunch of recoil control in a whole. Now, I recently have been getting used to the iron sights on this weapon, but like I said, if you're not an above average player, I do not recommend you use iron sights. I recommend you use the slate reflector or where is it at? The MK3 reflector. Between these two blue dots, you will see a lot of success, and winning your gunfights is much easier and cleaner on your eyes to track your enemies as well. So definitely throw a sight on. Now, there's two stocks you could use here. You could use the FSS Fortress Heavy, or you could use the FSS Rampage Tactical. All right, both got great benefits, and I think anybody who uses either or will see a lot of success. And of course, a 100 round mag. Now, as you see, there's a ton of nerfs, so like your movement speed and stuff like that. I personally don't feel it, but I do have good movement. If you're one of the ones who feels like the 100 round mag just isn't worth having because it slows you down, just throw on a 50 or 40 round mag. But do keep in mind that you only got 40 and 50 bullets and quads, and it's very rare that you get a 100 drum on a SMG. So that's why I'm taking advantage of the 100 rounds. And yeah, that's gonna do it for that SMG. Moving on to the top weapon in Warzone right now, the Bass B battle rifle. Now, for the first attachment, we are gonna use the Spirit Fire suppressor. No other suppressor is better than this one. This is the best one. I don't even need to go into depth. You can do your own trials and see what you think, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna get back to the Spirit Fire suppressor every time. Now, for the barrel, this barrel right here is what's gonna turn this thing into an absolute monster. The Bruin Venom Long Barrel. Bullet velocity, recoil control, aim and idle sway, gun kick control. Now, the movement speed that it says it nerfs, it doesn't nerf it. This gun is one of the most versatile weapons I have used in a long time. All right, guys. So definitely throw on this barrel. For the underbarrel, you want to use the Bruin Heavy Support Grip. This is what's going to help with that vertical recoil control on this weapon. Now, it doesn't say anything about vertical recoil control, but you'll see. Try it with and without this grip, and you'll see it helps it. Got the 45 round mag, self-explanatory, and the Corio Eagle Eyes 2.5 scope. This is the cleanest scope that you can use aside from a blue dot. So if you prefer the blue dot, hey, throw it on. This gun's damage range is insane. It's just with this small blue dot at ranges, it's gonna be much harder for you to track your enemies because you're not gonna be as zoomed in, and that's why I use a 2.5 to have that extra zoom. Alright, this is the top loadout in Warzone right now. Now I use stems, throwing knives, and my perk selection is double time fast hands, tempered, and high alert. Now, when it comes to this right here, you can swap this out. I do have a second perk selection that I like, which is this one right here. Double time, mountaineer, prime, and flex. Now, if you're very, and when I mean very aggressive, I mean so aggressive to the point you could be one shot and you'll still push four people. This is the perk package for you, man. This is the perk package for you. And if you're one of the ones who feel like you don't really get your attack sprint like you're supposed to, what I would say is you can take double time off. And where's that one that I like? Oh, oh, okay. I'm mistaken. You can't switch out the first perk, so you got to keep the double time on. But I thought you could put on quick fix alongside all these perks as well, but you can't. That's what I was gonna refer to you guys to put on quick fix, but you can't do it. But yeah. So that is the two perk packages I will give to you guys, and that's gonna be consistent throughout all the rest of the guns. Okay. Moving on to the next set. The freaking striker, man. This striker SMG has been nasty on the map. Now, you're going to see that my class setup is very different from most people's class setups. Try it out for yourself. Let me know what you think. For the muzzle, I used a lock shot to help with recoil control. This gun don't have much recoil control. This just turns into an absolute laser beam. For the barrel, this is the only barrel you should use. Don't use any other barrel. For the sight, it's personal preference, but I seem to like this one the most for this weapon specifically. Um, Slate reflector also is absolutely sensational. Now for the stock, most people is using this, the light stock, but I chose this one. The reason why is because you see it's recoil control, and I've never seen a attachment that gives you recoil control and movement speed. Usually when it gives you recoil control, it takes away from your movement speed and your sprint to fire speed. But this one gives you all in one. Yeah, give me that jam. And then obviously 60 round mag. I want as much bullets as possible because it's you're in quads. Most people's playing quads. I mean, 48 is close to 50, and 50 is usually enough. But it's just like whenever there's a bigger option that doesn't hurt your ADS or movement speed in a hole, and you don't choose it, I don't understand why. So that's why I choose this. All right, moving on. This freak of nature right here, the DG56. When I tell you it's going to put people down and smoke them off the map, I mean exactly that. It's putting people down and smoking them strictly slam off the map. Peace, gamer. We'll see you later. Get them out of here. Starting off with that Spirit Fire Suppressor. Moving on to the barrel, we're going to use the CDGT 25 light barrel. This is going to give bullet velocity and aim walking steadiness, aim walking speed, movement speed. Like I said, you always want to add bullet velocity and range to your weapons. If there's a barrel that does that, you go for it. Now the other barrels, as you see, they're just all ADS barrels. They don't really do anything else other than that. The only other one I would say you can give a go is the DG56 LS18 barrel. You can swap between these two to see which one you prefer more. But as you see, like you take a big hit to mobility with your weapon. So that's why I use the one that gives me a little bit of mobility boost because I am a very aggressive player. So I need my guns to be very versatile. And that's why I make my class up the way I do. As you guys see, same underbarrel, the Bruin heavy support. Gotta keep that on, man. Helps with the recoil control. 60 round mag. This is the biggest mag you can get, so that's why I go with it. And then, as you see, it's consistency throughout all these class setups with specific attachments, just because they're meta attachments. Don't matter what gun you're gonna put them on, they're gonna perform. All right. So that's a class setup. Now, the only difference here is you want to make sure you have at least one loadout with smokes on it, just in case there are people camping the loadout. If they camp out the loadout and you manage to sneak in there and get the loadout, now the issue is you got to escape from that loadout if it's not next to a house or anything like that. That's what the smoke's going to be for. You're going to grab your loadout, throw your smoke immediately, and then run in the opposite direction of wherever the enemies are shooting you from, so that way they can't see you and you get to escape. Moving on to the next loadout. Now, the TAC E. Yeah, big dog. If you made it this far into the video, make sure you do comment down below in the comment section. That is why you R. Make sure it's 3 R's. That's the way I'm gonna know that you watched this far into the video. Also, while you're here, clearly you're enjoying the content, so make sure you do smash that like button. All right, subscribe if you are brand new or returning. There's a lot of you guys that's not subscribed. I need you guys to smash the subscribe button. Thank you much. Now, moving on back to the video. For the TAC E, as you see, we got the Spirit Fire Suppressor. For the barrel, you want to use the long barrel. As you guys see, the names of the barrels are different, but there is consistency in the names, and every barrel you've been seeing me use is the long barrel. It always ends with long barrel this, long barrel that, long barrel this. It's because these are the best barrels for you to use within the game. Moving on, gonna throw on the high grain rounds. This is gonna give you a damage boost and a bullet velocity boost. Now it says it hurts your recoil control. Don't worry about that, because that's why I got this attachment for, which is your stock. It's going to help with that aim and idle sway and a fire and aim stability. These are all broken down within recoil control. So you see it gives it a massive boost to the recoil control. All right. But now we just took a mobility hit, and I got something for that as well. A lot of people is not using this mag on this gun, and I understand why, because it's only 45 rounds. But with how versatile it makes this weapon, it turns it back into the freaking Scar H from BO2 days. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Look at that. You get a 3 boost to movement speed and ADS speed. There's no attachment out there that gives you such a boost to movement speed and ADS speed. I need it. So that is the attachments for the TAC E. Give this thing a go. If anything, let's say for example, you don't really care for all the movement speed and stuff like that, just take the mag off. The standard mag's 75, because this is an LMG. This isn't even an AR. This is an LMG. So you take that off, and your standard mag's gonna be 75. And I would say, if you don't like the iron sights, throw on the scope instead of the mag. Or if you do like the iron sights, literally just throw on a rear grip. I will say throwing a rear grip. I'm not a big fan of the lasers, because people can see the lasers, and now you've exposed where you're at and where you come from. So I will say throwing some flinch resistance. So that way, because like, look at that boost. It gives you 3 flinch resistance. So that's huge, man. That's very, very huge. All right. Moving on to the most underrated SMG slash pistol in the game that a lot of people still don't even know about, what is crazy to me, which is the Core 45 with the conversion kit. Now, this is the highlight of it all. Look at that boost that it gives you. It's a 3 times boost to fire rate, bullet velocity, and aim and idle sway. So you mean to tell me my gun shoots faster, my gun shoots longer, and I got maximum recoil control from one attachment? Hey, if you're not dropping a like right now on this video, I don't know what you're doing. Moving on to the next attachment, we throwing a 40 round mag. Obviously, you guys see this consistency within all my freaking class setups. I want the biggest mag possible, because I don't want to lose gunfights because I don't got ammo. I want to be able to just keep shooting. Moving on, this is important. High grain rounds. Reason why I put these on is literally because of the first benefit it has right there. Forget the other two. No enemy skulls. That means when you kill people, the skulls don't pop up for their teammates to see exactly where you were. So now, when you got suppressors on your gun and the in-game marker that they give when you kill someone's teammate isn't there anymore, now these guys are truly lost. They don't know what to do because they don't know what direction you just went to. Now, let's say, for example, that teammate didn't have a mic or is just lost and don't know where you went. Now, they have literally no idea where you went because the teammate that you just killed can't give them comms and they didn't see where you went. So now they're all on edge, like, where's this dude at? And that's why this attachment right here is very important. To piggyback off what I was just speaking on, the suppressor as well, to just keep you off the radar, because the radar does work like it's supposed to now. So, yeah. And lastly, I told you guys I'm not really a big fan of lasers, but for this pistol, I find it beneficial for me personally to have a laser on it. I feel like with the hip fire accuracy that this laser gives, it's well worth it for them close quarter combats that you're gonna have. Encounterments, sensational. I like it a lot. So this is the new and improved SMG within Warzone 3, and you guys definitely need to give it a go. Lastly on the list, this is the Jiggy Sauce Jiggy Pack Hung Hung Special, baby. Woo! You are gonna have a lot of fun with this class setup right here. So boom, the mobility on this weapon is top tier, immaculate. It don't have much recoil at all, and you just literally feel like you're flying across the map. So we got the spiral flash hider for the muzzle. For the underbarrel, me personally, I wouldn't even use an underbarrel just because I don't really care, but you could choose between these two. Typically I wouldn't use one, but either one of these two you can go with. I think you guys see a lot of success with both of these right here. I might actually choose that one. And high grade rounds as well, bullet velocity and damage range. You do need this attachment for this gun because it's an SMG and it only acts as an SMG. Once you get to those ranges, you definitely see that it takes way more bullets for this gun to kill with. So definitely throw this attachment on. 50 round mag is the biggest mag I can get, so that's the biggest mag I'm going to throw on. And lastly, the stock. It's going to give you the gun kick control, just basically a whole lot of recoil control, so that way you're more steady with your weapon. Now, this gun's hip fire is really good as well, so if you're a person who has really good centering, if you start hip firing with this gun, then by the time you ADS 3 bullets to 4 bullets later, they will be dead. Just depends all on how good your centering is. This gun is so much freaking fun, man. I cannot lie. I have a blast with this thing, dude. This thing is sensational. Alright, that's enough of me gassing this freaking Rival 9, man. Moving on to this weapon right here, which is the Pull Miat 762 LMJ. So, I'm not gonna lie. Got a lot of bullets in this mag. This is just a gun I used to spray. Like, you gonna shoot people out the air, just the whole nine. Just use it. Get these attachments and use it. Like, I can't express it enough. Use this weapon right now before they nerf it. And you have to have the most important part, the conversion kit. You have to have the conversion kit. Look at what this thing does. It turns this LMG into a SMG. But then we add attachments back on it so that way it could be used as AR essentially. So yeah, guys. Oh, I don't have my what's the name set up. I definitely not using those stuns. Stems, where the throwing knife at? Throwing knife, bang. Those are my perks too. Sensation. No, these are not my perks. Cap. Right here. Those are my perks. But yeah, guys, these are the most valuable class setups in my personal opinion that you guys can use in Warzone today. Make sure you do jot these down, try them out for yourself. Come back to the video, revisit it. Let me know down below in the comment section what you do think of these freaking class setups, man, because I love them and I hope that you'll love them and I hope that you guys see some success with it. It's been your boy steadyklappin, aka King SK. I'm signing out, guys. Peace. Put that peace. Peace.